Let us come to the continuation of chapter Democracy in Independent India and the working of political institutions. Let us discuss about reorganization of states and the States Reorganization Commission. The constitution declared that India would be a union of states, which each state having its own government. The British had divided their Indian empire into administrative provinces, Madras, which included part of present day Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Kerala, and Bombay, which included regions where people spoke Marathi, Gujarati, Kannada, Konkani, and other languages. Princely Kingdom, the Nizam of Hyderabad state, where people spoke Urdu, Telugu, Marathi, and Kannada. A major demand was that state should be organized on the basis of the regional languages. People speaking the same languages who lived in different provinces and princely states were demanding their own state. This was reflected by the Dhar Commission in 1948 under the leadership of S.K. Dhar to look into the issue of linguistic states. In 1952, Telugu speaking freedom fighter Potti Sri Ramulu demand for a separate state of Andhra Pradesh. He died after 58 days of hunger strike. The news of his death led to large scale violence in all the Telugu speaking regions, with many people killed in the police firing. The new state of Andhra Pradesh was created in October 1953. A large part of the country had so-called Hindu-speaking people who actually spoke Chhattisgarhi, Bundeli, Bhojpuri, Awadhi, Haryanvi, Marwari, and other regional languages. It strengthened national unity because now people speaking the same language found a place for themselves where they were respected and where the language and culture could be developed. Now let us discuss about planned development. Our next topic is planned development. Within 2 months of adopting the new constitution, a planning commission was set up to guide country's economic development. Jawaharlal Nehru believed that the central government should take some important steps to develop the country economically and socially. The planning commission proposed a 5 years plan for economic development. The first 5 year plan, 1951 to 1956, focused on agricultural development with constitution of large dam and irrigation. The second 5 year plan, 1956 to 61, the focused to industrialization with playing a leading role in developing heavy industries, iron and steel, machinery, manufacture, mining, electricity, railway, transportation, etc. Now let us discuss about the foreign policy and relations with neighbors. Foreign policy deals with establishing good relations with other countries in the international community. A country's foreign policy is shaped by its idea, interest, and requirement. India wanted all these newly independent countries to stand together and support each other. The world at that time was divided into two political and military blocs. One was the Western blocs led by the USA, and the other was the Eastern bloc led by the Soviet Union. If it joined one bloc, it could not get the support of countries the other bloc. So India chose not to join any bloc. India also wanted to establish its identity among the newly independent countries, so it joined hands with many of these countries to establish the Non-Allied Movement, that is NAM, with Marshal Tito, Yugoslavia, Dr. Sukarno, Indonesia, Jamal Abdel Nasir, Egypt, and Nehru, India, being the prominent leaders of the movement. Its main objective was for the newly independent nation to have a foreign policy. Soviet Russian blocs to make the bipolar world into a multipolar world. The Bhilai steel plant was set up with Soviet assistance, but India never joined the Soviet military bloc despite this close support. In 1954, India signed an agreement with China to establish Panchsheel. Its five principles of peaceful coexistence were mutual respect for each other, territorial integrity, and sovereignty, mutual non aggressions, mutual non interference in each other's internal affairs, equality and cooperation for mutual benefits, peaceful coexistence. Non alignment and Panchsheel were the two pillars on which India builds its foreign policy. Nehru remained the Prime Minister of India from 1947 to 1963 and played important role in shaping India's democratic and secular government and its industrial development. Lal Bahadur Shastri became the next Prime Minister and led the country successfully in the 1965. Indira Gandhi then became Prime Minister in 1965. Okay, thank you, my dear students. We will continue our remaining topics in our next class. Stay home, stay safe.